Ancient Egypt, land of pharaohs, home to one of the greatest civilizations in history. Imagine a time when gods walked the earth and monumental structures scraped the sky. At its heart lay Thebes, known to the Egyptians as Waset, now called Luxor. Luxor sits on the east bank of the Nile River. Thebes rose to prominence during the Middle Kingdom and flourished during the New Kingdom. This era marked a golden age for Thebes, as it became the capital of Egypt and a beacon of power, wealth, and artistic achievement. The Nile, the lifeblood of Egypt, provided Thebes with a fertile floodplain, fueling the city's growth and prosperity. Thebes was more than just a political and economic powerhouse. It was a religious center of immense importance. The city's landscape was dominated by colossal temples dedicated to a pantheon of gods. The most impressive of these was the Karnak Temple Complex, a vast complex of temples, chapels, and monuments. The complex was dedicated to the Theban triad Amun, the king of the gods, Mut, his consort, and Khonsu, their son. Karnak was a testament to the Egyptians' unwavering faith and their desire to honor their gods. People traveled from the farthest reaches of the kingdom to pay homage to the gods and seek their favor. The grandeur of Karnak and other Theban temples served as a constant reminder of the power and presence of the divine in the lives of the ancient Egyptians. The story of Thebes is deeply intertwined with the ebb and flow of Egyptian history. Our journey begins in the Middle Kingdom, around 2055 to 1650 BC, following a period of instability known as the First Intermediate Period. During this tumultuous time, Egypt was divided and its unity fractured. It was from this fragmentation that Thebes emerged as a powerful force. Theban rulers, eager to reunite Egypt, gradually extended their control over their neighbors. This period witnessed the rise of powerful pharaohs like Mentuhotep II, who is credited with reuniting Egypt and ushering in a new era of stability and prosperity. The reunification of Egypt under Theban rule marked a turning point in the city's history, setting the stage for its even greater glory in the centuries to come. The New Kingdom, around 1550 to 1070 BC, marked the zenith of ancient Egyptian civilization, with Thebes at its heart. Pharaohs of the New Kingdom, such as Thutmose III and Ramesses II, transformed Egypt into a mighty empire. The spoils of these conquests flowed into Thebes, filling its coffers with gold, slaves, and exotic goods. This influx of wealth fueled an unprecedented building boom in Thebes. Temples grew to colossal proportions, and new temples were erected, dominating the city's skyline. Thebes became a melting pot of cultures and ideas, with traders, diplomats, and artisans from distant lands flocking to the city. The city's streets bustled with activity, a testament to its status as the vibrant heart of a thriving empire. Even at the height of its power, seeds of discontent were being sown in Thebes. The pharaohs' focus on foreign conquests and monumental construction projects came at a cost. The constant demand for resources and manpower placed a strain on the empire's economy and its people. Moreover, the growing power of the Amun priesthood in Thebes began to challenge the authority of the pharaohs. The priests, who controlled vast temple estates and wielded considerable influence, increasingly asserted their independence. This power struggle between the pharaohs and the priesthood would eventually weaken the central authority of the state. These challenges, coupled with the growing internal divisions within the empire, would eventually lead to Thebes' decline and the fragmentation of the Egyptian state. Thebes was more than just a city of stone and gold. It was a place where the spiritual and the earthly intertwined, where the ancient Egyptians sought to understand their place in the cosmos and honor the gods who shaped their destiny. At the heart of Theban religious life was a profound belief in the afterlife. The grandeur of Theban temples reflected this deep-seated belief. These temples were not merely places of worship, but gateways to the divine, where mortals could connect with the gods and seek their favor. Theban priests played a pivotal role in mediating between the gods and mortals. They performed elaborate rituals, offered sacrifices, and consulted oracles to seek the guidance of the gods. Among the vast pantheon of Egyptian gods, one deity reigned supreme in Thebes, Amun-Re. Originally a local god of Thebes, Amun rose to prominence alongside the city itself, eventually becoming syncretized with Re, the sun god, to form Amun-Re, the king of the gods. Amun-Re was worshipped as the creator god, the source of all life and order in the universe. The pharaohs lavished wealth and attention on Amun-Re's temples, seeking to curry his favor and ensure their continued reign. The Karnak temple complex, the largest religious structure ever built, was dedicated primarily to Amun-Re. The cult of Amun-Re permeated Theban society, with his image adorning temples, tombs, and even household shrines. Amun-Re was not just a distant deity, but a constant presence in the lives of the ancient Thebans, a source of comfort, guidance, and hope. Today, the ruins of Thebes, known as Luxor, stand as a testament to the grandeur and sophistication of ancient Egyptian civilization. The city's east bank, once home to the bustling heart of Thebes, is now a sprawling open-air museum, its ancient temples and monuments drawing visitors from around the globe. The Luxor Temple, smaller than Karnak, but no less impressive, stands at the southern end of the east bank. Built by Amenhotep III and expanded by Ramesses II, the temple was dedicated to the Theban triad and served as the setting for the annual Opet festival, a grand celebration of fertility and renewal. The temple's massive pylon, adorned with towering statues of Ramesses II and scenes of his military victories, leads into a vast courtyard. Beyond the courtyard lies a hypostyle hall, its towering columns supporting a ceiling once painted a brilliant blue and studded with golden stars. The Luxor Temple, like Karnak, is a marvel of ancient engineering and artistry. Its intricate carvings, colossal statues, and towering columns all speaking to the skill and ingenuity of the ancient Egyptians. Across the Nile, hidden within the rugged cliffs that rise from the desert floor, lies the Valley of the Kings. This arid, desolate valley served as the final resting place for the pharaohs of the New Kingdom. Their mortal remains laid to rest in tombs carved deep into the heart of the mountain. Unlike the massive pyramids of the Old Kingdom, the tombs of the Valley of the Kings were intended to be hidden, their locations kept secret to protect the pharaohs and their treasures from tomb robbers. Despite these precautions, many of the tombs were looted in antiquity, their treasures plundered by those seeking to profit from the pharaohs' wealth. However, the dry desert climate and the remoteness of the valley preserved much of what remained, offering archaeologists a glimpse into the funerary practices and beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. The tombs themselves are marvels of engineering and artistry, with long, descending corridors adorned with colorful paintings and hieroglyphics. Sarcophagi of polished granite, alabaster, and gold, once containing the mummified remains of the pharaohs, lie within these chambers, surrounded by a wealth of grave goods intended to accompany the deceased into the afterlife. Of all the tombs in the Valley of the Kings, none has captured the world's imagination like that of Tutankhamun, the boy king who ruled Egypt for a brief, enigmatic decade before his untimely death at the age of 19. Discovered in 1922 by Howard Carter, Tutankhamun's tomb remained remarkably intact, its treasures untouched for over 3,000 years. The discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb was a watershed moment in the history of archaeology, instantly making headlines around the world and sparking a renewed fascination with ancient Egypt. The sheer opulence of the tomb's contents, from the golden death mask that covered the young pharaoh's face to the intricate chariots and gilded furniture that filled the chambers, offered an unparalleled glimpse into the wealth and splendor of the new kingdom. Among the thousands of objects recovered from Tutankhamun's tomb were items of both practical and symbolic significance. Weapons, clothing, games, and even food were buried with the young king, intended to provide for his needs in the afterlife. The treasures of Tutankhamun's tomb continue to captivate and inspire awe in museums around the world, reminding us of the enduring legacy of ancient Egypt. The tombs of the pharaohs offer a glimpse into the lives of the elite. But what of the ordinary people who lived and worked in ancient Thebes? Fortunately, the dry desert climate has preserved not only the tombs of the pharaohs, but also the remains of ancient settlements, temples and cemeteries, providing archaeologists with a wealth of information about daily life in ancient Thebes. From these remains, archaeologists have been able to piece together a vivid picture of a bustling, cosmopolitan city. Thebes was home to a diverse population of Egyptians and foreigners, all drawn to the city's wealth and opportunities. Merchants hawked their wares in crowded marketplaces, artisans crafted exquisite goods in workshops, and priests performed elaborate rituals in towering temples. The Nile River played a central role in the lives of the ancient Thebans, providing not only water for irrigation, but also a means of transportation and communication. The people of ancient Thebes enjoyed a rich and varied diet, supplemented by the bounty of the Nile and the trade goods that flowed into the city. The rhythm of the Nile. Life in ancient Thebes was tied to the rhythm of the Nile. The river's annual flood dictated the pace of life. When the waters receded, they left behind fertile silt, transforming the land. Farmers sowed crops, knowing their livelihoods depended on the river. During the flood season, many turned to other tasks. Some worked on construction projects, shaping mud bricks. The Nile was a vital artery for trade and transportation. Boats carried goods and people between cities. The grandeur of Thebes, with its colossal temples, opulent tombs, and sprawling palaces, was not achieved overnight. It was the product of generations of skilled artisans, laborers, and craftsmen, transforming the pharaoh's visions into tangible realities. The construction of a temple or a tomb was a massive undertaking, requiring careful planning and coordination of a vast workforce. Scribes meticulously recorded the materials needed and the progress made. Overseers directed the work, ensuring deadlines were met. Quarrying stone was arduous and dangerous work. Teams of men would labor for months to extract massive blocks. These blocks were then transported to the construction site, requiring immense ingenuity and brute strength. The stones were carefully shaped and fitted together with precision, often adorned with intricate carvings depicting religious scenes. Painters would then bring these carvings to life, transforming the temple walls into a visual feast for the gods and mortals alike. While the pharaohs and their monumental projects dominate our image of ancient Thebes, it's important to remember the city was also home to ordinary people, farmers, artisans, merchants. Imagine strolling through the bustling marketplace of Thebes, a cacophony of sound and color washing over you. Vendors entice you with exotic spices, brightly dyed fabrics, and intricate jewelry. Children dart between the stalls, their laughter echoing through the crowded streets, while musicians fill the air with lively melodies. In the evenings, as the sun sets and the air cools, families gather in their modest homes, sharing meals and stories. Life in ancient Thebes was not without its hardships: disease, famine, and foreign invasion. Yet the people of Thebes endured, their resilience and joy echoing down through the millennia. Thebes stands silent now, its bustling streets and grand temples reduced to ruins beneath the relentless desert sun. Yet, even in ruin, Thebes speaks volumes. Its legacy, etched in stone and time, continues to captivate and inspire us. Thebes was more than just a city. It was the embodiment of ancient Egypt's grandeur. The pharaohs who ruled from Thebes left an indelible mark on history. Tutankhamun, the boy king whose tomb continues to enthrall the world, and Ramesses II, the warrior pharaoh who expanded Egypt's borders. Today, Thebes is a place of pilgrimage, not just for tourists seeking to marvel at the grandeur of the past, but for archaeologists and historians piecing together the fragments of a lost world. Each new discovery brings us closer to understanding the people who called Thebes home. Thebes whispers its secrets to us across time, and we strain to listen. We marvel at its architects' ingenuity, the artistry of its craftsmen, and the faith of its people. Thebes may lie in ruins, but its spirit endures, a testament to the enduring power of human civilization.